2 videos for y'all real quick.
You saying what? What you say to him?
No, streaming twin.
Hit it from the back. I got Rick on, show.
I ain't gonna say too much though. We finna get right into the video.
Hell yeah, what's good, chat? He ain't gonna help. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah. You know what the fuck going on?
Are supposed to stick to the code and not take whatever comes with their lifestyle.
Oh, I ain't even tell y'all the title of the video. My bad. The title of the video is When Wannabe Gangsters Realize They've Been Caught. Now let's get into it.
Caught. But here's what happens when wannabe gangsters get caught by cops and fold under pressure. Starting with a thief who robbed a phone store and switched up when getting caught because the man went into a phone repair store and stole $15,000 worth of merchandise while wearing a box on his head since he thought it would save him from getting caught. Eventually, the robber accidentally knocks the box off his head, revealing his face before quickly putting it back on and leaving the store. And the robber was quickly identified and arrested a few days later. And here's how things went when he got caught.
Well, now you want to cry and shit. Should have been in there putting
but that's
your hands on
nothing
them
compared to
shit.
the next person because a man named TYMB Feifei was arrested in
Man,
late
he
2022
dumb as hell.
for
Why
serial
you going there with a
burglaries around the
box?
Chicago area. Chicago police were easily able to identify Feifei since he didn't cover up the heart tattoo on his face while committing the crimes. He allegedly stole multiple safes and cash from restaurants and other businesses. Video cameras from the businesses also recorded Feifei as he broke in and removed items. Not long after the news hit the internet, body cam footage of Feifei getting arrested was released for everyone to see.
He said I was stealing. I wasn't stealing. I went in the bathroom. He called me and said I was stealing.
Okay. I'm okay for now. You don't got to. So,
Please, let me go.
You talking about
hold
please
on,
let me go.
So they said that you went in the restaurant and took some stuff before?
No, I never stole nothing before. You can check me. I was leaving now. And I didn't know that was late.
This nigga talking about please let me go.
I mean, I ain't go.
All right, turn around for me.
Not long after this, Feifei was transported to the police station for more questioning. And that's when things got crazy. Because before investigators could even begin questioning him, Feifei was already breaking down since he didn't want to get locked up for a felony.
I'm trying to go to jail with no felony.
You ain't going to no jail. You ain't getting no foul.
See, look, y'all need to put your hands on shit that don't belong to y'all.
If I did like problems, I admit it. I'll take the blame, bro. I ain't trying to go to hell for this, bro. I promise like none of this shit missing. I ain't talking about some.
Feifei would snitch on one of the store owners who accused him of stealing out of his store.
He sell weed out the store and crack, and I can show you a video of it.
He talking about he sell weed and crack out the store.
He's a truck and drug dealer, bro. So he soft it up with y'all game. He sell heroin out that store, bro.
And he sell heroin. He trying to send that man under the prison.
I said crack. He called somebody up there picking weed on my dead grandma. Holy Bible, so look in your eyes. What's your name? My name Jackson. He said crack cocaine.
Just say your first name.
He said he sell crack cocaine.
I can listen. I can call right now from the police station and tell them to meet him. The same guy. Tell you to meet him.
The interrogation didn't end up lasting too long since Feifei convinced the police to turn his body camera off so he could reveal more without it being filmed.
I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna turn it off.
But Feifei isn't the only wannabe gangster from Chicago who was down to tell on everyone else just to get himself out of trouble. Because on January 26, 2023, police saw a car ride by with illegally tinted windows. As officers approached the vehicle, the driver began to drive off down a nearby alley.
Keep running. Get on the ground. Stay on the ground, bro. Stay on the ground. Go. Hey. You are let me go. Hey. Let me go. Bro. Hey.
After finally getting caught by the cops, the man puts on a tough act since he didn't want to get arrested.
All right, come on, man. Let me get up. It's cold as hell in the snow. Bro, I'm gonna get sick as hell. Get your hands behind your back now. Get your hands behind your back.
Dumbass outside with no coat on.
Over by Chicago and Lawndale in the alley over there. He can't answer it.
Grab one hand with you. No, I said get in the car. Yo, for real, Lou? If
Fix the cuff from.
But eventually quits the tough act. He then admits to the cops what he did wrong and the stuff he had on him, since he thought that would make the cops not want to arrest him. He even lets them know that he'll reveal the people behind the crimes in his hood if that helps him not get arrested.
Keep it real with you. I had a gun in the car, some drugs. I'm out on bond for a gun, gang. I can't afford to go back. I'll tell you, no. Okay, okay. Look, I'm telling you what's what. Okay. I can get you, bro. I can get you whoever you need off of this area. Okay, just so you know, everything's being recorded. I don't care about
that. For you, that helps you, because then you're willing to work the community on out the street.
But look, if you gonna work with me,
I will work with you.
And look, I swear to God, look.
But I need to go over there before.
All right, look. I'm finna tell you what kind of gun.
Okay.
Oh, let me kiss my
That boy nervous as hell to tell him one time what kind of gun he got.
Block 19 with a stick.
Where's it at?
Huh?
Where's it at?
Like, where's my mom?
In the car?
Huh?
Where in the car?
I'm going to jail, or can I help y'all out to get out? But I can't go to...
If you help us out,
I'm gonna stake you with the park while
it
you're
has
on
to be in the station. It cannot be out here.
Bro, how can I get the... I understand I gotta do a procedure.
Yeah.
And everything. But bro, like, we could do later. Like, if I go there right now, they don't know something, I went to jail and I'm out on bond for it.
I can't even get the car out, bro. It's stuck.
The cops let him know that they were still going to have to take him in before he would be able to give them anything. But he was down to do whatever it took to not get booked, since he was out on bond for a gun. So then he let the police know that he'd revealed the homes and everything of criminals, so he wouldn't get arrested.
Look, bro, I swear to God, I can get you the houses and everything today, right now, bro. Look.
That has to be done in the station, bro. It cannot be done out here. And
you
know as much as I know, it always gets done in the station.
Look. Now, your partner just told me, like, on some clear shit, like, and just found my phone so I could call my agent, bro.
I'm still trying to find him.
Look, bro,
watch your face.
Can I stay in the car with y'all?
No,
bro,
he's gonna take you.
I don't want to go to no station, bro. Like, I just sit in the car with y'all.
Bro, that's where we gotta talk at. You know what I mean?
Hey,
come on.
He ain't trying to be seen telling.
Right one up from the stuff and sit back straight. You hear me?
What's that?
This right one on my bone. Hard as hell. I was telling you.
The man ended up getting charged with resisting arrest, unauthorized use of a weapon, and possession of illegal narcotics. Let's just hope he stays out of the streets, since he can't face the consequences. And his next person thought he was tough and wanted to beat on his girlfriend, but completely switched up and folded after cops arrived.
You're under arrest. No, I'm not. I can't breathe. Baby, please, man.
On March 11th, 2023, officers responded to a call of domestic battery involving 26-year-old Akbar Demetrian and a woman. Akbar allegedly invited the woman to dinner, and everything was going good until Akbar got mad that the girl didn't want to do anything with him in the bed. So Akbar got mad and threw water on the woman and began to assault her, striking her in the face and head. The incident took place in front of her child, too.
What's going on, man?
Niggas crazy.
Okay, you want to just talk to my partner?
Hey, just go on a little date first.
He finna take my car, my baby. That's your car? Yes. This my car. This my baby. Everything. Well, I just came out here because he was trying to take my car.
So you want him to take your car?
No, I don't.
Hey, you're not supposed to put your baby in the front. Your baby shouldn't be in the front seat.
Okay, I'm putting my baby in the back. Do not touch me.
I'm not trying to touch you. But I'm not trying to touch you, man. I gotta figure out what's going on, though.
You need to talk to him, man. For real. You know, bro.
No, what?
Talk to him, bro.
Huh? No, I'm gonna run around.
No.
Because
yo, look,
this is
292 go through 28.
She doesn't want. Watch out. Can you get out of it so I can run this way?
Listen.
No, tell him what? Tell him what?
Akbar's act was completely different once the cops arrived. He tried pleading to them that it was a misunderstanding that was going on, and he didn't want to tell them anything.
And weird thing is,
Hey.
Look at him.
And the weird thing is,
You start for 585 South MLK.
What did he say?
Mama.
Hey, you have a gun on you, man?
Mama.
Do you have a gun on you,
Can you
Bonnie?
please come get me? Don't touch me or nothing. I don't have a gun or nothing. Don't touch
Can
me.
we pat you down?
No, you can't. You don't have a warrant to touch me.
Listen.
Mama, please. Mama. Can you please come get me, Mama? Because these people is with me. I never did nothing. Somebody else called these people, Mom. I don't have a weapon. Let me show y'all. I don't have a weapon.
Okay, can I
At all.
look? Wait. No, just not. Can you just not?
You don't have a
Can you
warrant.
just not reach into anything?
Look.
Can I pat you down?
I'm finna just look, please, just listen. Look.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't have any weapon.
It's gonna be 585
Look,
South
I don't have
MLK.
Okay.
No, look. Hey, mama, I'm on the phone with you, right? Look,
listen, we're trying to get you. Listen, bro. Listen, we're trying to get you.
All the lady wanted was for him to leave her place before things got any worse due to what he had done to her. But the whole time, Akbar wasn't cooperating with the cops and trying to do his own thing.
Punching me, cussing me out, everything.
You're gonna be on Green Bay, south of Greenwood.
Mama, can you?
I'm trying to get you out of here as soon as possible.
I'm trying to talk to you, bro. Me and you. Mama.
I'm trying to get you out of here as soon as possible, bro.
Mama, no, mama. Look, look. They call it back all type of shit. Astavia didn't even call these people, mom.
Who called us?
Astavia, please tell these people, bro.
Listen,
stop,
man. I'm
bro.
trying to
stop,
talk to you. I'm
please,
trying to get you out of here.
Astavia, stop, bro. Please.
Why is she upset?
She upset because me and her, like, we've been drinking a little bit. But I didn't drink really drink. It's like she upset, bro. I don't know, but she upset.
Akbar wanted someone to come and get him so he could get away from everything. But after he noticed things weren't going his way, he started crying on the phone to his mama since he didn't want to get arrested or lose custody of his children.
Right now, Elise.
Mama, please come get me. Mama, see over here.
Yo. Like I said, it looks like you're not trying to get hung up on nothing crazy, dude. Okay?
Astavia, please, bro. Mama. Mama,
My boy did not want to go to jail.
Astavia, please, bro.
After police heard the full story of what happened, they decided to end up arresting Akbar since they felt like they were wasting their time, especially due to him not leaving or cooperating with them. But this happened.
Sir,
I get that you were
sir.
I get that y'all were fighting.
No.
But you lying to us,
sir,
it's not going to end well.
I'm telling you guys, we wasn't fighting. We wasn't fighting or anything. Hello? Hello?
Okay.
You're not going to give us...
You're under arrest.
No, I'm not. Look at it, bro.
Make clumsy ass.
You're gonna get changed. You're gonna get caught. Somebody's on me. Watch your hands. You're fucking back. You're under arrest. Mama, please come get me.
Dude, you're gonna get tased.
Where are your hands?
Hey, Mama, please.
Put your hands behind your back or you're gonna get tased.
You're under.
Yo, we can be something more trying to do.
Is anybody bleeding?
Yeah, I'm bleeding. Okay, well, don't have to touch me.
Akbar ended up getting charged with 2 counts of aggravated battery to a police officer, 2 counts of resisting a police officer, causing injury and domestic battery. This next guy's situation was even more dangerous because Wisconsin state troopers were in a high-speed chase with a Dodge Charger that had out-of-state tags, and the chase was terminated since the driver ended up shutting off their lights. But while another trooper was on a traffic stop, they noticed the suspect's vehicle had passed them with their lights off, nearly striking them. That's when they began another chase and tried to catch the suspect. The driver nearly hit a ton of other cars while on the chase. And minutes later, another cop noticed the vehicle passed him. But this time, it had 1 tire missing.
Tacoma advise them and see if they're able to set spikes.
35, 1080. It's going to be eastbound past the 135.
The suspect soon turned down a street that he didn't realize was a dead end, which put the chase to an end.
Blaney, dead end. Get ready for football up here, State. And grass.
If you gonna run, at least know where the fuck you at.
I'm up by you, I'm up by you. One at gunpoint. All right, stop. I'll give commands, Waggis. Keep your hands in the air. Who else is inside the car? It's just me. Okay, perfect.
Cops eventually got him in handcuffs and put him in the back of the cop car. That's when he began to break down and regret everything he had done.
Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat.
I don't have a license,
Have a seat.
man. This is
Have a seat.
crazy.
Have a seat. Have a seat.
Stupid.
Listen, hold on, man. I don't know what. Okay, listen.
Oh my gosh.
Real quick.
The only reason I didn't pull over, bro, I just bought this car, bro. I've been going through hell and back, bro.
What's your name,
I just got my car back, bro. The only reason I didn't want to pull over, bro, I swear to God, bro. I have a valid license, and when it pops up, it says invalid for a insurance ticket. That I had insurance. I was driving my mom's car at the time. I'm not a criminal. I just listen. I didn't want my car. I just wrecked my car, bro. I did all this for that car, bro. My dumb ass, bro. I'm so scared of going to jail, bro. I just wrecked my car, bro.
Listen.
I'm so scared, bro. I just up the car. I just went to jail, and nobody still had the car.
Listen.
I had a car, and I'm going to jail.
The dude was breaking down and he didn't know what to do since he knew that he had ruined his car and was about to get arrested when he could have easily pulled over and just got a ticket for a traffic stop.
I'll give you it all. Okay, real quick. Right now, you're under arrest for felony eluding, and for 3 different cases. It sounds like one out of Eau Claire County, one with Deputy David here, and then one with me. They're all 3 different pursuits. Yep. Okay, so here's the one thing, man. Where are you coming from tonight? Where are you ultimately driving from?
You would not believe why I'm out here, bro. You would not believe this story I'm doing right now.
Hit me with it.
You would not believe this, bro.
Hit me with it.
Me and my girlfriend broke up, bro. I said some I did mean, bro. And I'm a real person that just like want to keep good connection with my people, bro. My people told me leave the girl alone, right? Mm-hmm. But me as a good man, I just don't never want to leave off in the bad. Like, with nobody. I'm sorry.
He says the only reason he took the cops on a chase was because he was scared to get a ticket and that he wasn't doing anything wrong. And from the looks of it, it seems like he was telling the cops the truth since he was very cooperative.
You will not believe this is my story. You think I'm out here doing some bullshit story? I swear to God, bro.
We've heard a lot of stuff, man.
I got a felony, bro, just because of this.
When Deputy David saw you, that first bro,
I was scared. I was scared, man.
So you knew he was trying to pull you over, right?
I don't know what. I didn't know what that was. My mind right now was literally just getting home.
I know you said you were scared though, right? You knew he was trying to pull you over, and that's why you're running, right?
I got scared as hell, bro. I don't even. I swear to God, it was like a mind thing. I just didn't want to. My car, bro. I have some. It sounded like some Jewish. I just went through so much for that.
So when you crashed
out,
out,
I should just like trying to me over, bro. My car cost so much money, G. Like this didn't even work. I don't even have nothing on me, bro. I'm finna get a felony, G.
So when you crashed out there and you went across the interstate and you saw all those squads there, like why'd you run?
I was still scared as hell.
But you knew that we wanted to get in contact with you because you crashed there, right?
I was scared, man. I was scared as hell. My mind.
I'm scared, bro. When I seen the lights, bro, I got scared as hell, bro. And I just wanted to get home, man.
I don't take it personal, dude. I get it.
Yeah, man.
I ain't trying to be
part of the job.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't trying to be no 3-time felon, bro. I don't want to come off that bad, bro. But I swear to God, bro, I came out here for my girlfriend, man. I just got 3 times the felonies for my girl, bro.
You have a wallet and a phone in the car?
I'm a criminal, bro. I don't know why I did this, though. I just made myself a criminal by doing it. No matter what I say now, I'm a criminal, bro. Because now I look like.
So you're convicted, man.
I know, but it's like, gee, I sound like I'm formal with you. Like, I know you, I'm sorry, bro, because I got white friends. I don't look at you like that, bro. But on some real, bro, I should have just pulled over, man. My dumb ass, man. This sad as hell, man. On God, it's sad as hell, bro. I could have just pulled over and just took my honest license ticket, man.
He continued admitting his wrongs to the cops since he knew that he made a huge mistake trying to take them on a chase when he could have easily just pulled over and got a ticket. He was charged with 2 counts of vehicle fleeing and eluding an officer. He also received $2,000 in citations and was released on a $1,000 cash bond. And click this video on the screen to see 7 gangsters who got humiliated on live.
If you was gonna do all of that, you should have just pulled over. Simple. Listen, the next video, man.
Breaking into someone's house always comes with a risk because you never know when it's going to go wrong. So here's when thieves pick the wrong house to rob and the wrong people to mess with. Starting with this one man who tried breaking into someone's crib but ended up getting confronted by the homeowner because the intruder can be seen messing around with the homeowner's doorknob. But seconds later, the homeowner runs out with his strap and confronts the intruder. The homeowner tries telling the intruder that what he's doing is wrong and that he needs to change his life around since it's a bad path.
What's up, bro? Oh. Chico, man. You alright? Alright. It ain't gotta be like this, man. It don't gotta be like this. We can talk. How I just want to go on by my way. Hey, just chill for a minute. Just let me talk to you, all right? I'm gonna put mine down. You put yours down. Let's talk. I just want to go on by my way, though. Hey, everything gonna be all right, bro. All we gotta do is talk, all right? Hey, I done been there, dog. I done been on that side.
Seconds later, the homeowner gets the intruder to put his strap down, and they go inside the house and start talking with each other.
I promise you, bro, I ain't gonna call the police or nothing. But you gotta talk to me, all right? You can't do it like this. Let's just talk, bro. You wanna make some money? Let's talk about making some money. All right? All right?
That's a real nigga, because he
And
could have
thankfully,
smoked Lil
the
Don
homeowner
down.
took it light on the intruder, because I can't say the same about the next guy, because the homeowner wasn't having it and popped the dude who broke into his house.
I ain't gonna lie,
How
you
have
smoking,
Mason
I
gone
catch you trying
wrong?
to break in my shit.
Somebody come get the mans.
You should always think twice before running into someone's house, because this next man broke into his
Just like
neighbor's
that.
house and stole her TVs and PlayStation, but she ended up catching him and humiliating him. The lady enters the thief's house and yells at him, telling him to return her stuff.
None of that. I feel violated. I feel violated. Give me my shit. Give me my shit. Real talk. Look at this. He got my up in his house. Where my other TV at? Where my other TV at? Where my other? Real talk. I swear to God, where my other TV at? Rick, get my up. Get my shit. Get my shit.
Get that TV too.
Real talk. Now, talking about. It ain't no thing. Ain't no the other nothing. Talking about get my shit. Then you stole my baby iPad. He gonna bring it back. You slowed in the. Yeah.
The lady and the dude she was with made the thief pick up the TVs that he stole and bring them back to her house, since she wasn't letting him get away with that.
Real talk. Real talk. Nah, I called the laws. I don't give a about nothing he talking about. You stole my. I pay for that shit. You talking about? Real talk. I pay.
She then tells the thief to put her stuff down, since she was going to smack him up. And the thief looks embarrassed and scared, since he realized he messed around and stole from the wrong people.
Wait right there. Put my down. Put my down. Nah, put my down. Put my down. Real talk. But I don't give. Ain't no family. You would never stole at that. Came out of nowhere stealing. Put down. Say. Put my. I don't give a. Put down, cause I'm finna hit you myself. Put my down. Put my down. And I'm finna tell the office. Put my down. Y'all see this? Steal. This steal. This steal. And you ain't even got all your teeth. Put my down. Put my
She talking about, and you ain't even got all your teeth.
Not long after returning all the stuff back to her house, the thief runs off, since he knows they are going to do him bad.
I'm gonna get these cameras put back up. Let it try it again, cause I'm gonna blow your head off. Real talk. Put my back on the wall. On my kids. Put my on the wall. Bell. Where my other TV at? Where you going, Mr. Postman? You trying to run? Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere.
But at least that thief didn't get embarrassed in public by the person he stole from, because this man embarrassed the thief, who broke into his car in front of everyone, since the thief was wearing his clothes and all.
This is my ain't this my the same bag I bought. This is my sweatsuit. Everybody didn't see me wear this sweatsuit. Everybody see me. No, you did not buy this last night. No, you didn't buy this last night. You lucky I don't you up. No, I have a Mercedes, a silver Mercedes.
The man was pissed off at the thief, so he made him take off his clothes, since he had stolen them out of his car.
Take it off. I swear to God, I'll strip you down right now. I'll strip you the down right now. I swear to God, I'll strip you down. Take my off right now. I don't give a.
I got this.
Take my off. No, you did not.
I promise.
No, you did not. He knows I just came and rebought my.
Get that.
I swear to God, I'll you up right now. Take shit the off. Right now. Take my off. Take my off. Take my pants off.
I don't have any.
Take my Jordans the off. Right now. I swear to God, you better take my off. You don't take my pants off now. Man, take my off. Deal with them.
And thankfully, they were inside of a store because things probably would have been way worse if they were outside. Similarly to this one man who got caught trying to break into a car and ended up getting knocked out by the car owner.
Get away from my wife's car, that's all I'm asking. You ain't going to me up, just leave.
The car thief says something smart to the car owner, instantly making things worse for him, but he doesn't even know it.
Excuse me? What did you just say? Yeah. You're not making any sense. I can't understand you.
Seconds later, he starts walking up on the car owner, and that's when things went left.
Blew his shit out, dumbass.
And you never know how someone's going to react if you're messing with the stuff they worked hard for. And these next guys had to learn this the hard way because some thieves tried stealing a man's Hellcat and nearly lost their life.
I've seen this before. I'm coming just like Brown.
Everything was going smoothly for the thieves until they accidentally set the car alarm off. And that's when the car owner ran outside and took things into his own hands. It's one thing to try messing with someone's car at night, but in broad daylight, it is even crazier. The thief tried stealing someone's car in broad daylight, and the cameraman quickly noticed what was going on. So we walked outside with a strap to try and get the thief to leave his stuff alone.
And he thought he was gonna jump in my car and pull out. And it's a stick. Can you even drive a stick?
He held the thief like that until the police pulled up, since he didn't want him to get away. And once they arrived on the scene, they arrested the dude.
Ma'am, the officers are on the scene. The officers are on the scene now. Okay, go ahead and speak with them, okay? All right. Here, my man, here go your phone. Is it okay if I give my guy his phone back? Yes, sir. All right. Go ahead and speak with officers, okay? All right. Thank you, my man.
But in his next clip, a lady streaming on IG Live confronted someone shoplifting since the shoplifter was causing a scene and cursing at the IG Live streamer for no reason.
Bro probably wouldn't even never know how to pull off.
Shut up. You don't tell me what to do. It don't matter what I am. I'm not gonna go for it.
The IG Live streamer continues going off on the shoplifter and lets the shoplifter know that things can get ugly if she puts her hands on him.
He may go for it. You hit me, I'm gonna whoop your mother, and I'm gonna wait for your. You hit me, I'm gonna whoop your mother. I'm not gonna do what he gonna do. I'm gonna drag you, you big old fat, short, strawberry looking. La la, my mother. That's why you stealing. You can't pay for what you want, you mother. And you got a deadbeat for a motherfucking boyfriend, you stinking tuna fish smelling mother. I'm not what you want. It may be what it's gonna be, but you're not gonna hit me like you hit him, cause I'm gonna drag you. You punk, stinking, Pillsbury Doughboy shaped. You stinking mother. Your whole family. You and your whole wanna be you. Look at you. Built up like a clothes hanger.
Seconds later, the shoplifter gets kicked out of the store without any of the stuff that she was trying to steal.
Don't get it. Let's go. We out of here. Don't get it. I wouldn't get it.
But that ain't the only time a shoplifter got caught up and embarrassed. In the next clip, some Walgreens employees caught this one thief and confronted him since the thief was talking crazy to them.
Nobody's touching me. I'm standing here. You keep walking into me. Stand right there. Take this. Let me take it out, and I'm taking it out. So you think you want to fight all of us? Is that what you think? I don't want to fight. Stop pushing people. Give us our back. What the? All right, that's it. You acting like you right.
The thief lets the employees know that one of them is going to end up dying if they can't keep their hands to themselves. But it seems like he was all talk because when confronted, he did nothing.
Don't touch me. You can't tell us nothing. Go on. The cameras are there. Y'all not totally. One of y'all gonna die. I'm telling you, somebody's gonna poke one of y'all.
But in this next clip, one Jack Boy ended up getting robbed literally seconds after he just robbed someone. Because the Jack Boy went live on Instagram flexing that he just robbed someone and that he's a real dog striker.
Yeah, you're raw.
God, man, I been striking for real. Y'all know what the f going on, God, man. Get away though, and I just robbed me an African my Muslim brother, you see? Straight like that. And I got me a key for every week, big, get away though.
But not too long after all the flexing, someone ran up to him and took everything from him that he was just flexing, including the car.
54, so me gotta pop my give me that chain. Got it, bro. You flexing this.
And some people don't show sympathy to thieves, no matter if you're young or even a girl, because the next man violated a woman he knew since she stole $20 out of his car and tried acting like she didn't take it.
Got some ones in the side of the car, right? This drunk says she ain't steal no, she ain't stealing, but his money all on the floor. How you steal ones?
Seconds later, the dude throws the drink on the lady since he was pissed that she stole from him and tried covering it up like she didn't.
This is what I do to punk this. Shut up. Drunk ones out the car.
Thankfully, he didn't go too far or actually harm the woman. But I can't say the same about this next person. The man on this next clip went a bit too far after finding the lady who stole his bike and made her do the one-chip challenge to pay for her actions.
We videotaped you from the second that you stole the bike up until you came here. We seen you steal the bike and we followed you over here at Dundas and Sherburne in front of the Sam's. We watched you steal the bike. It's not a joke.
After the lady eats the chip, she seems in pain since it is very hot, and the man who owns the bike tries to teach her a lesson about stealing.
So let me ask you something. Are you gonna steal a bike ever again? You're not gonna steal a bike ever again? Never?
Now, let's move on to a thief who picked the wrong house and ended up getting whooped up. Once the police were on the scene, the thief looked very bad after the homeowner handled him.
It's Caleb, right? Clark?
Yeah, is my phone right here in this pocket?
Yeah, I believe so.
Thank you.
868 Central. We'll have Caleb Clark detained.
Can I go to the hospital?
Give me 1 sec, man. And then we're going to stand you up, okay? I don't want you to get lightheaded. If you do, listen. If you get lightheaded, let me know. I'll sit you down, okay?
I think he broke my hand.
Okay. We're going to get all that checked, all right?
The police then went outside to question the homeowner after what happened. And this is what he had to say.
He picked it wrong. He didn't get. He tried to run, but the door was locked, and I could have. Bro, you've been in my house more than once. Hey, when y'all put this in the news, can y'all say he got one of hell?
The thief is lucky the homeowner didn't actually take him out, because it seemed like he wanted to, if we're being honest. But now, let's move on to a package thief who thought he was slick and had to learn his lesson the hard way. He walks into someone's porch and tries stealing their package, but doesn't know he is being watched the whole time.
He's stupid.
So seconds later, a man comes from around the corner and forces him to put it back before whooping him up. This next man stole someone's laptop, ID, and all of his personal belongings. And it seemed like the man was going to use the dude's stuff to commit fraud or something. But the dude who the stuff belonged to ended up catching up with the thief since he found out that he stole his stuff. The thief was saying that it was an accident and that he was sorry that he stole the man's stuff, since he knew that he picked the wrong person to steal from.
My stuff, bro. It was an accident. It was an accident. This is my ID, bro.
The thief even admitted to everyone that it wasn't his ID. And after that, the man swung at him since he was pissed that he tried stealing from him. And from there, they got into a little scuffle with each other.
That's you. Say it one more time. That's what?
That's you. That's you. You got all right.
ID? Who's on ID? Who is it? Who is it?
Go. Here go. Here go.
Took it already. You ain't try. You did it.
This next thief instantly folded when caught, since he knew he wasn't about that life. Because a lady caught this teen trying to steal her car. And the time she put the camera on him, he started freaking out and ran away.
Hi. How are you? This is my car. And I am calling the police.
Now, let's move on to the phone thief who got humiliated. Because once the dudes caught up with the phone thief, they instantly started going in on him. thief tries lying and saying that he didn't take a phone, and each time he lied to the dude, he got smacked up since they weren't having it with him. But if you thought that was crazy, you gotta click this video to see the craziest IG live moments of all time. These are some of the craziest IG and Facebook live moments of all time. Starting with a dude from Alabama named Chris, who was driving around the city begging to be shot at since he wanted to see what hood stands on the most business. Because you can hear Chris riding through the first hood, and he lets the live know that they just hit him up.
Oh, these car coming in hot. Oh, they wonderland down. He just shot me out. Look, my window bush. Got holes in my car. Enzy just shot me out, y'all.
After getting shot at by some dudes from the first hood, Chris then lets everyone on the live know that dudes from Inslee actually stand on business. He then calls out the next hood and says it's their turn. Show them they're about it too, or better than Inslee.
I don't bleed. I think I'm bleeding. He just shot me out. So, he ain't talking about something. They talking about something over here. They see what they're talking about. He ain't just with me. I ain't gonna call police on y'all, bro. Y'all chill. Y'all straight. Y'all ain't got rap fans. Just chill. Everybody chill. I'm getting out of there. Everybody chill. He just shot me out. Oh, bro, I had a Glock with a 30 in it too, Jim.
Chris keeps letting everyone know that Inslee and Birmingham's actually about it since they hit him. But now he wants Bessemer to take him out, see if they're actually about that life.
He's about that out. Birmingham about that out. Yeah, who about it? Who ready? Kishan, you ready? It's your time with the 308. I think they'll shoot a 9. I think it was a 9 shooter.
Chris then let everyone on the live know he was headed to Shell's gas station in Bessemer so they could go ahead and take him out.
I'm gonna get y'all there. I'm gonna get y'all there. I'm gonna get y'all British to take me out on that. Up in the park at Shell. Up in the park at Shell. Y'all go on and race.
This is crazy.
Got one shot. Them boys ends and clap me out. But I ain't gonna, I'm gonna let Bessemer. I was born and raised in Belgium, Alabama.
Not too long after pulling up at the gas station, some random dudes pulled up to help Chris out since he was hurting. But seconds later, the camera goes black and you could hear firing in the background.
Come here. Move my leg. Come here. I'm dead. No, you ain't.
Thankfully, Chris ended up making it out of this situation alive. But unfortunately, not too long after this, he ended up losing his life at another gas station in Bessemer, Alabama. Now, let's move on to a man that got caught slipping on live after he just got done robbing someone. The man went on live and started dissing and flexing on the man that he had just robbed since it was one of his ops.
Man, it's raw. God, man, I be striking for real. Y'all know what the going on. God, man. Get away though. Ain't I just robbed me an African? My Muslim brother.
Seconds later, someone who must have been watching his live and knew his location pulled up and robbed the robber and took everything from him, including the car he was in.
Straight like that. And I got me a key for every week, big. Get away though. Any 50 folks on me. Got the car. Bro, give me that chain. Got it. Flexing it. You got it, bro. You flexing it.
But this next man didn't have any problems with his ops on live. Instead, it was the cops. In May 2020, a 21-year-old named Sean Reed was driving down I-65 in Indianapolis when an unmarked cop car saw Reed driving recklessly and almost hit another vehicle. So he began following him and even requested backup inside the vehicle. Sean was on live while driving, and when backup arrived, they ended up getting into a high-speed chase for about 10 minutes. The chase eventually ended when Shine drove into a local business and parked. He attempted to get out and run away, which led to Shine getting tased by the police.
Oh baby, what's this, Michigan and what? Michigan and what, Ace? I'm finna park this motherfucker on 62nd in Michigan. Somebody come get my stupid. Please come get me. Please come get me. Please go get me. I'm on 62nd in Michigan. I just parked this. Go. Please come get me.
Not long after getting tased, shots can be heard going off in the background from the police. The live stream continued after he was hit, with more than 6,000 people still watching. The video also captures police comments after Sean had been hit, because one officer can be heard saying,
Like it's gonna be a closed casket, homie.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Probably run after him and then tase him and then. I'm saying that's a good thing to shoot at him. Yeah.
One of the detectives eventually notices the phone and ends the live. But the video quickly started going viral on social media, leading to accusations of police brutality. Police claimed that Sean fired first, and they were just protecting themselves. But the comments definitely weren't a good look. The officer who did it was put under investigation, and Sean's mother ended up winning a wrongful death lawsuit for $390,000 in February 2023. But now, let's talk about GBO Gaston, because he's an LA rapper known for dissing people for clout. After Nipsey passed, he started claiming that it was his body. Gaston originally came up as a gaming YouTuber, but he started going crazy on social media, chasing clout and trying to act hard. He threatened dudes like Crip Mac on IG Live before. And there's even one video that surfaced that shows him blowing at one of his ops while they were on IG Live with each other.
Where's Ty? Tell me. He's shy in the area.
The dude wasn't fazed by what GBO Gaston did, since he knew Gaston wasn't really about that action. This clip went insanely viral, since no one had ever seen anything like that before on live. But the video only gets crazier, because Gaston isn't the only rapper who got famous from crazy incidents that happened on live. Because Honeycomb Brazy has had multiple incidents on live that could have costed his life. Because in November 2020, Alabama rapper Honeycomb Brazy went to buy a Kobe Bryant jersey from someone in Montgomery, Alabama. And Brazy was chilling in a parked car outside a barbershop with some of his partners, showing off the jersey to everyone on his live. But suddenly, things went left. Then shots started going off.
I had to buy another one, man. We need a big man. Whoever the big man, stop for real and the post for real, come get it, man. Yeah, you gotta be shit like Kobe. We catching that rebound for real, come get it. Got it. Come get it, bitch, out of rebound. No pump, nigga. Dead way.
The screen goes black while more rounds are fired in the background. Thankfully, everyone made it out of this situation safe. Brazy later released the surveillance footage from outside the barbershop to show another angle of when we're down. A gray SUV can be seen driving by them before Brazy's friends start ducking down behind the car. And a few days after the incident, Brazy went back on live to explain what happened.
Say bye.
The shooters hit the car up pretty bad, and you would have thought Brazy would have been more cautious before going live after this. But a few months later, he was back in the hood chilling with some of his people. Until, out of nowhere, you can see this in the background.
So, man, y'all already know, y'all know how money bag yo D, man. Y'all know what's going on, man. I swear to.
And it doesn't end there with Brazy, because on February 17th, 2021, a man and a lady lost their life while inside their home after someone hit the house up very badly and firebombed it. Firefighters were called to the scene after the fire was started, and other people in the community streamed it on Facebook Live.
Oh my God, Lord have mercy. Man, see about your mama, man. Lord have mercy.
The victims were identified as Tony Lewis and Aaliyah Lewis, and they're the grandparents of Mobile, Alabama rapper Honeycomb Brazy. One of the neighbors spoke on the situation as well when the news questioned them about it, and this is what they had to say.
Watching TV and we heard gunshots, and actually saw some bullets go across our head, so we
had to get down.
We had to
get down.
And
Gunshots in here.
I heard over 100 shots.
He was a father. He helped us raise our children. My mama and my daddy did not deserve to die like they did. And we want justice, because ain't no peace. Ain't no peace in how they live here.
More than a year after the incident, police arrested Darren Southall, Terrence Watkins, Jamarcus Chambers, and another suspect. And all of them were charged with 2 counts of murder and several accounts of shooting into a home. And one of the suspects was also known to be a drug kingpin. And sometimes, crazy things can happen on live, even if you're not affiliated with the streets. One day, a woman from Jacksonville, Florida, was preaching on her Facebook Live. And seconds later, you could hear her home getting hit with bullets while she was preaching.
They don't want you to know about it.
Thankfully, no one was harmed in this situation. And that isn't the only time something crazy happened to someone on live who had nothing to do with street politics. Because 38-year-old Warsaw Enagar was on live one day disagreeing with some things the Ethiopian government had done since he's from Ethiopia. But while live, some dudes ran up on both sides of the car, demanding him to get out of the car.
Get out the car. Get out the car.
Get out the car.
Get out the car.
Get out the car. Damn, I'm not playing with you. I swear to God, I'm not playing.
Seconds after he got out of the car, one of the carjackers got behind the wheel and drove off while the live was still rolling, till he eventually noticed the camera and hit the phone out of the way.
Right. Hit this left. Right. Oh, this is right.
Not too long after this incident, Warsaw spoke about the incident to news reports.
I'm so scared because they have a gun
They need to shoot me. They say to get off your car. They take my car.
And police were also able to recover Warsaw's car and get it safely back to him. Taking something from someone, or even talking trash, always comes with a huge risk because you never know how the person is going to retaliate. And that's what happened in this next clip. There's one gangster who was at the gas station just pumping gas until one of his ops spotted who he was and pressed him since he was talking crazy online.
They caught him! Oh, that ain't who I think it is! That ain't who I think it is! That ain't who I think it is! That ain't who I think it is!
The dude seemed embarrassed since he didn't say anything. But seconds later, the person recording threw a hook and dropped the dude.
You tripping! Drop it!
He went on to drop the dude about 3 times back to back since he claimed that the man shouldn't have been talking crazy to him and his people. And seconds later, he spotted the dude's friend in the car and went up and pressed him as well since he claimed he was also talking crazy.
Who acting crazy? Who acting crazy? That you talking crazy too on. You talking crazy. Pull a gun out if you want to. Pull a gun out if you want to pop your. Pull a gun out. He ain't help his homie. Look, he ain't help his homie. He ain't help his homie. He's a bitch. Look at him. Falling.
And sometimes it's just best to keep things off the internet and not to go live. Because this next man wasn't so lucky and ended up getting busted seconds after bragging about a shooting he had just committed on live. The dude had just popped someone and went on live seconds after the shooting to let everyone know about it while riding in the car with someone. The dude was obviously feeling himself after the shooting since he let everyone know how many times he hit his target.
You hit him? Yeah, I hit the 4 times. Oh, God. Oh, God, I hit that. I ain't got time to be talking, bro.
He then went on to let everyone know that the shooting was going to make the news later that night since he put the dude in the hospital.
I don't know I'm gonna shoot this. Oh God, I hit it about 4 times. Keep running 4. I'm already pissed off, bro. God, make the news, make the god hood make the news tonight. Wanna play. Put his in the hospital.
And seconds later, after all the bragging on live, police pulled up on the dude, and this happened.
I don't mind. And that turn around, I'm out on foot. That turn around, nigga. Get out my face. I'm my mama. Get out! Get out! Go, 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 go.
Bro, why are you looking at the phone while you trying to run?
Hey, I ain't did. What I do? Don't shoot, man. I ain't got to search.
And it seems like they must have been watching this live without him knowing. And that's how they quickly found out where he was. But it ain't always the dudes who have crazy things go down on live either. Because one day, this girl decided to take the police on a high-speed chase to try and get clout.
She said, call my brother, Tino. Hell yeah.
The girls weren't even getting anywhere with the chase, and they instantly knew it was a bad idea. They quickly folded once the cops caught up with them.
Y'all look now.
And that ain't the only time something crazy happened to some girls while on live, because a group of girls were on Facebook Live arguing with some of their ops.
I hate people beat to stop a fight. What the they gonna do?
And I guess they weren't prepared for what happened next, because one of the people they were arguing with came up to them and sprayed bear mace in the car to get at them.
Even though I wanted them to rock the
Why y'all sit there with the windows down?
It seems best not even using live if you know you have ops, since it almost automatically gives them your location if they're familiar with the area. Because Chicago rapper Spider D went viral for a situation he had while on IG Live. Back in May 2020, he was outside talking about some new music he planned to drop. But out of nowhere, he changed the topic and started talking about his ops. Seconds later, you could hear a car pull up and someone hit at him with a button.
On BD, they know, hey, you know what they say about with the hoodie on in the summertime on BD. He ain't out here trying to play. BD in.
Right up.
According to internet rumors, Spider D had dissed someone named G-Ski from a GD set because there's even videos of the two beefing with each other on Instagram Live.
Break it down to beef and what beef. Folks in them don't know you. Folks in them don't know you. Folks in them don't know.
Thankfully, Spider wasn't harmed in the situation, but Chicago is a wild city with one of the highest murder rates in the country. And things have got so bad that back in 2017, a 20-year-old pregnant woman was driving around the west side of Chicago. Her boyfriend was in the passenger seat while the nephew was in the back seat. The woman was on Facebook Live listening to music while driving around the city when suddenly a fire erupted. The woman can be heard yelling while at least 12 shots can be heard off camera. The woman eventually gets out of the car and runs to get help from a nearby house. She can be heard telling witnesses to call 911. Thankfully, the woman survived. But unfortunately, her boyfriend and the nephew passed away. The man was identified as Lazarick Collins and was believed to be the target of the shooting. The woman told police that another car blocked her way as she was driving down an alley. And that's when a dude got out of the car and started firing. So, it sounds like an attack that was linked to gang violence. And that isn't the only time something crazy has happened on a live in Chicago. On March 31st, 2016, a man named Brian Fields was hit while standing outside a gas station in Chicago. At the time of the incident, he was looking down at the cell phone or recording himself on Facebook Live. Just before the shooting, he could be heard telling the camera, "They said they heard I was up here, so they had to open the store back up for the kids. And I need somewhere to duck and hide for cover."
Heard I was up here, so they had to open the store back up for the kids. I need somewhere to duck and hide for cover.
Minutes later, shots can be heard, and the suspect is briefly shown on camera. Brian was hit multiple times, including at least once in the face. Brian was rushed to the hospital in critical condition, and thankfully, he pulled through. The shooter wasn't arrested, but police believe that it was gang-related. But not long after pulling through, Brian's enemies came back and took his life a few months later, because Brian lost his life while sitting in a white two-door vehicle in the 1900 block of West Garfield Boulevard. Now, let's move on to a dude from Alabama named Huncho De Niro, who was on live arguing with some of his ops one day since they fell out with each other.
You going live about me for? Man, I said you ain't gang. You ain't gang. You ain't hanging around me and Shannon and Ray Ray and Kendrick. Wait. Oh, mom. I'm on through the plan. I'm a dump. Oh.
Huncho eventually sees his ops ride by, so he drops the phone and they get into a quick standoff.
On Facebook, I ain't beefing with no. On Facebook, I ain't beefing with no. I ain't beefing with the north side because of no more. I ain't beefing with love because of these. I ain't beefing.
He then tells them to drive by again since he was ready for whatever. It seems like the dude he was beefing with must have been watching his live because literally, like 3 seconds later, they hit the block again. More shots can be heard before he runs into the house and ends the live.
Oh no, right. Spin back through. I ain't playing with none of y'all. Wait. They hit record. The shoot. Man, shoot while they drive down the street while they record.
But Huncho isn't the only one who went crazy on live when seeing his ops, because this next dude did the same. Because one day, Freshie and his friends were chilling on the block, dancing and listening to some music while on IG Live, until one of the men noticed someone unusual pass by them. Once they noticed who it was, Freshie and his boys instantly started trying to chase the dude down.
No. That's Quay. Yo, we on it. What am I about? What am I about to do? Okay. What is it? What am I about to do? No Quay. No Quay. You know we was on your boy. Quay. We had caught you, boy. Quay. And we ain't got no Quay.
The dude named Quay that they were chasing was too quick and ended up getting away since he was riding a dirt bike. But not long after this incident, Freshie and some of his homies ended up catching the dude named Quay once again, but this time while he was at work.
What?
I don't want no beef.
What?
I don't want no beef.
What, Quay?
And that's why you always have to be careful when going live, especially when you're in the streets since you never know who's watching. One night, Bugatti was live on Instagram, chilling in his car and talking to fans, until someone off camera approached Bugatti's car, telling him he needed to move the car since he was in front of his house. And eventually, they started arguing and things got so bad that the guy tried robbing him.
Ain't you that rapper?
Yeah, what's up?
Man, I heard you got them features going for sale.
You can't say it. I'm waiting on somebody, bro.
Yeah.
What you want?
Who you waiting on?
What you want, fam?
Man, what this
Bro, it's fine and shit, you hear me? I'm just trying to make sure everything all good.
No one could tell what was going on, but you could hear them tussling in the background before shots started going off and before someone ended the live. And it's not clear if Bugatti got hit, but he's still dropping music and doing interviews. So if he got hit up, he kept it on the low and made a full recovery.
Let's call. Let's call.
Where y'all going at? Where y'all going at? Get this shit.
And his next dude had a similar situation happen to him, but it seems like he got off on the robber. In the video, a man can be seen with a large stack of money, showing it off to the camera. He also keeps dissing some of his ops, claiming they aren't getting money like him.
Ain't none of y'all get no money. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Call him a phone, man, what's up, all that.
He then goes on to claim he made all that in 10 minutes just from trapping. He also let the viewers know that he lost a few racks yesterday while shooting dice.
Get 10 minutes in, finna bust another play. On God, on my life, on Jesus, finna bust another play. I ain't taking no trips nowhere, none of that. Busting plays, none. 2 bands from dice yesterday.
The dude keeps talking trash to the camera for a few minutes while flexing the money. Then, out of nowhere, things went left because this happened.
Yes, bro. You got.
The camera then goes black for a minute and shots can be heard going off in the background. Seems like the dude recording is the one firing. The camera then comes back into focus and the man can be heard yelling, "What the? How you delete this?"
How you delete this, bro? How you get out this? Man.
Seems like the dude got as far away from the scene as possible. But unfortunately, the man in the next clip never left the scene and things ended bad. Because a father of 4 goes live on Facebook begging for help during a construction fire. The man lets everyone on live know his location and says that he can't get out.
Yo, I'm at South Park right now. At work, the building on fire. And I can't get out. It's getting harder and harder for them to see us. We're gonna have to stand out here, man, so see. The building on fire, I'm trapped inside, me and my man.
After a while, the man started screaming for help since no one was coming and the smoke was heavy, so no one couldn't really see him.
Yo, this building is on fire. I'm at work. Somebody send help.
Unfortunately, the man passed away in the fire, and his mother was watching his final moments play out since she was watching his Facebook Live.
Just from the live and the way the room filled up with smoke, I didn't see it being any hope. A loving father, caring person, and he just wanted to be with his children.
In this next clip, a 19-year-old man from Memphis named Zeke Huncho. On September 7th, 2022, Zeke randomly started driving around Memphis, firing at random people while streaming it on Facebook Live.
I don't wag on camera. I pull up and do this. I don't do what them say. No faking. No faking. You hear me? This real. On my mama, Kate, all you think I'm playing, Kate, I'm for sure real. This real.
Zeke was riding around the city, crashing out, and doing this to almost any random person he had seen while on live. Zeke ended up hitting 4 people, and all of them passed away. Another 3 were hit, but survived, and an 8th victim was carjacked and thankfully uninjured. Memphis police ended up putting out an alert warning everyone in the city about Zeke that said, "Be on the lookout for a male black occupying a blue or silver sedan, possibly an Infiniti or Nissan, who is responsible for multiple shootings. We are getting reports that he is recording his actions on Facebook. We do not have a specific location of where he is now. If you have any information of his whereabouts, call 911 immediately." Not long after the statement, police ended up catching Zeke after he crashed a Dodge Challenger that he carjacked from someone near Ivan in Hodges Road.
They got him. Oh, girl, they got him. There you go, right there. There you go, girl. There you go. I got the best seat in my house, and you do too. I told you, America. They got him, girl. Oh, Lord, they got him. Thank God they got him, because all kind of destruction and things.
Zeke is facing a long list of charges, including 3 counts of first-degree murder, reckless endangerment, and the commission of an act of terrorism. But Zeke isn't the only one from Memphis who has something crazy happen live. A young Memphis rapper named PSO Emmett was attending a funeral for his friend Jamarco Smith, another teen from Memphis who passed. On the way to the funeral, Emmett's cousin, PSO Dede, went live on IG, which showed them walking with a group down the road to the church where the funeral was being held. Towards the end of the live, Dede and the...
I'm on stream still. I'm still streaming.
You can see me in there?
I just switched to sing. Come here. I need some water.
How you streaming? I got that minute there. Well, you have to call up right to get your game. I was asleep.
No, 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 it should be on their way here. Hold on real quick, chat. I got the video paused.
Yo.
Yo.
You said Nana on her way?
Yeah, she should be on her way here.
You got the camera off?
Mm-hmm.
You said she should be on her way here. You want me to unlock the door?
It's open.
Who opened it?
My age did.
Here. No, I have to go to bed. Hey, bro. Make sure she locked the door.
Alright, I'm back, chat.
Zeke after he crashed a Dodge Challenger that he carjacked from someone near Ivan in Hodges Road.
They got him. Oh, girl, they got him. There you go, right now. There you go, girl. There you go. I got the best seat in the house, and you do too. I told you, America. They got him, girl. Oh, Lord, they got him. Thank God they got him, because all kind of destruction and things.
Zeke is facing a long list of charges, including 3 counts of first-degree murder, reckless endangerment, and the commission of an act of terrorism. But Zeke isn't the only one from Memphis who has something crazy happen live. A young Memphis rapper named PSO Emmett was attending a funeral for his friend Jamarco Smith, another teen from Memphis who passed. On the way to the funeral, Emmett's cousin, PSO Dede, went live on IG, which showed them walking with a group down the road to the church where the funeral was being held. Towards the end of the live, Dede and the dudes started taunting their ops, telling them they ain't on nothing and never did anything to them.
Never been on good. Been on. I ain't never sent a slingshot our way. On God. On God. Talk. I bet you don't make it off.
Not long after all the dissing, a group of shooters pulled up in a black Jeep and started letting off shots, hitting both Emmett and his cousin Dede before fleeing. Dede was rushed to the hospital, but Emmett was pronounced dead on the scene. And even though P.S. Emmett was known for showing guns in his music videos and rapping about the streets, his mother told the news that he was just a normal kid who worked at Wendy's, went to school, and worked on his music. Emmett's father also felt the same way.
I'm trying not to break down on this camera because I want my Mr. Church. I want my son's killers brought to justice.
A 22-year-old named David Lee was later arrested in connection with the shooting, and he is being charged with first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder. Police also arrested Rico Lee, another person who had something to do with the shooting. And if you enjoyed the video, click this other video on the screen. Trust me, you'll enjoy it too. Many entitled gangsters seem to think they're tougher than everybody and run the world. So here's what happens when entitled gangsters pick the wrong person to mess with. First, we have to start with this one entitled man who was inside Walmart going off on everyone since they were taking too long to cash his check. Because out of nowhere, the dude starts cursing and screaming at everyone in the store.
First introduction to you. I am Cedric Hamisi Saidi. Everything. I'm leaving now. Of course this is World Star, you idiot. I am the Prince of the Congo, you idiot.
Seconds later, a man standing in the line told the dude to calm down with all the cursing, since there were kids inside the store. But the entitled man wasn't hearing it and got all in the dude's face, trying to fight him.
You idiot! What are you gonna do, you
I got kids, bro.
nothing! Black
Kids right there, boy.
Boy! Save him, boy!
That's when another man tried telling the entitled man to calm down as well. But he did the same exact thing to him. But it didn't turn out well, since he instantly noticed that he had messed with the wrong person, and his whole mood changed.
I see no white devils in your eye, boy! I swear to God, boy! Try me here! Give me that money now!
Little boy got scared. That boy said, "Give me my money now."
But if you thought that was bad, you haven't seen the time an entitled gangbanger tried breaking someone's equipment, but quickly realized he picked the wrong one to mess with. On August 16th, 2022, a man was walking around filming his county and not messing with anyone because it looked like he was trying to vlog. But seconds later, an entitled gangbanger pulls up in front of the man's camera and starts asking the person filming why he is recording him. That's when the man hops out of the car and tries taking the phone of the man who was recording so he could break it. But instead, he ends up getting hit with spray once he reaches for the man's phone.
Give me your phone, bro. Give me your phone.
Back up, man.
Why you recording me, bro?
On Trish, back up.
Oh, you said what? I'm from EC1, I know. Money over my head, bro. Bleed in my eyes.
All right, come here. Come here, sit down.
We'll help you. Sit down, man. It's just pepper spray. Chill out, man. Chill out, man. Chill out.
Thankfully, the dude he messed with took it light on him because things could have ended way worse like it did for the next guy. In 2019, rapper DaBaby was at the mall minding his business, shopping at a Louis Vuitton store, until a man named Cam Coldheart ran up on him, clout chasing. He started recording DaBaby, trying to check him.
That baby in here talking some. He walking up on me like he about to do something. What you don't do? What you taking your for?
DaBaby tried ignoring him, but Cam just wouldn't leave him alone. DaBaby eventually pulled out his phone and started recording Cam, calling him scary and saying he was acting police.
Scary. Get away. The police get away. Yeah, boy. Ooh, I should make him go fire. Everybody else be scared. Get away. Get away. Get away. Get away.
Then, not long after going back and forth with each other, Cam popped off at DaBaby, but he missed DaBaby and then went on to put Cam in his place. And even though we couldn't see it, everyone knew that DaBaby won. Shortly after he dropped him, he recorded a video of Cam lying on the ground, and you could tell he was dead pretty bad.
Knock him out. Me, Dolo. I'm the truth. Talking about. Wrong with him.
Not long after the altercation, Cam was butthurt and went back up to the Louis Vuitton store, claiming that DaBaby and his security guard jumped him.
Security, another black man. How many people jumped on me in here in Louis Vuitton? How many people jumped on me? A big one and a small one, right? Yeah. We in Louis. Why security got the lie?
But things only get crazier because this next man thought it would be a good idea to pick on some old heads at a restaurant and put on an image to them like he was a killer or something. The young dude lets the older man know that he's going to get him smoked soon since he tried calling someone for backup.
Cause the that's coming for one for me, gonna want you and you just called. You yourself. You don't know who you talking to. And now you look like more of a because you called your little cousin. Go ahead.
The older man was trying to tell the younger dude since he wasn't trying to be in any drama. But the young dude felt very entitled and kept trying to press the older man since he knew people were watching.
Oh, no, that's the same, right? It's the same, right? You same. I've been touching you all night, right? Yeah. You. I'm about to place my order. Fuck talking about. I ain't worried about no. And if you tonight, I should let you know what you really about, bro. You stupid. How old is you? How old are you? How old are you, bro? I ain't put a hand on nobody tonight. You niggas, how about that?
The older man lets the young dude know that they were giving him a pass and that he should just let it all go and go on about his day. But that's when he started acting even crazier. So one of the older men threw one his way and drops him.
Like this is not my hood. I just said I was some good. You ain't gonna grab me. Anybody in my pass, I will anybody in my pass. See the you talking about? I'm talking about.
The two older dudes went to work on the big dude since he was talking crazy, and they tried giving him a pass. Hopefully, the dude would learn his lesson here. And the same with this next guy, because one day, this 19-year-old was flexing his gun in public, trying to act cool since he had just got the gun, until an older man bucked him for the gun and taught him a lesson about gun control. Because the older man walks up to the 19-year-old and asks him if he could hold the gun. Then he lets him know he just got jacked and isn't getting his pole back.
I'm saying, let me hold it though.
Yeah, bro, it's about 43, bro.
Yeah, you're not getting this back, bro.
What you mean?
The older man tried telling him the reason he took the gun from him, but the 19-year-old let the old head know that he wasn't trying to go out and was going to call his people up there to do something to him.
Just said what I said, bro.
Bro, we not about to do that. You about to give my gun
I promise
back,
you I'm not, bro. You don't even know how to hold a gun properly. You got a gun, you putting it up in the air properly.
I got something.
Respectfully, if you touch me again, bro, it's gonna be an issue, bro. Like, don't
gun,
touch
bro.
me,
You just
bro.
took my gun.
It ain't about that.
I'm not finna go out like no.
Gotta go out like that. We talk though. I'm a little wiser and older than you. You don't know how to.
Bro. You might. I call my boys up here, bro.
You can call whoever you want to call, bro.
Look,
this what I'm gonna do though, right? This what I'm gonna do.
That's when the older man takes the magazine out of the gun and gives it back to the 19-year-old, since he didn't want the 19-year-old walking around acting crazy with the gun.
I'm gonna take the magazine out and I'm gonna give you your gun. Cause I don't know what type of time. Listen to me, bro. I'm a little older. I'm gonna give you your gun, but I'm taking the magazine out.
Let me say something.
So that's what it's gonna be.
Give me my.
Listen,
bro.
this is what it's gonna be.
Clip, everything else, bro. Nah, I need everything, bro. I need everything, bro. I need everything, bro.
Listen, promise you, you're not getting that.
Hey, yo, I bet.
Yo, bro, get this thing. Respectfully, you don't even know how to carry a gun, bro.
And at least the older man wasn't toxic and didn't take everything from the 19-year-old. Now, let's move on to a TikTok prankster who was messing with people in the store and talking to them crazy. Because in the video, he walks up on a disabled Navy veteran and calls him out of his name for a prank.
Hey, bitch, hand me that real fast.
What? You talking to me?
I say, hey, my brother, can you hand me that real fast,
Nah,
bro?
bro, you talking to me? You talking to me? A veteran?
You talking to me?
I'm a mother 100%.
You talking to me?
The dude instantly folded and let him know it was a prank, since things could have been way worse for talking to someone like that.
United States Navy. Man, you talking to me like that? You know who you talking to, mother?
You gotta be careful who you mess with, because this next man was trying to clout chase as well and embarrass an old man laying on his bike, since he thought it would go viral, until the older man upped pole on the entitled clout chaser, since he knew he was picking on him.
Hey, I don't usually do this, but boy, you look like you need some help, my brother. You don't need no help? You on the floor? You got a box? Oh, all right, put the thing up.
Now, let's move on to an incident that happened with famous internet personality, Charleston White. In August 2023, Charleston White was supposed to have a boxing match with a dude named Suede the Plug God. Suede felt entitled and was trying to pick on Charleston the whole time before the match started, and it didn't end well. One day, Charleston reached for a handshake, but Suede shoved him instead to go viral and ended up getting popped in the head with something. Suede was recording the whole time, so he knew that he was trying to go viral off Charleston White, but it didn't end how he thought it would. Since after getting smacked, you can hear Suede saying, "Oh, you got me with the blade."
Oh, he got me. Oh, he got me with the blade. He got me with the blade. Oh, you gonna put the... You All right.
After the incident, Charleston went live on Instagram, saying he did this since Suede couldn't keep his hands to himself outside of the ring.
Yeah, think y'all gonna keep me. Yeah, you keep on the fight outside the ring, okay? And make sure outside the ring. Okay, you wanna fight again, huh?
Charleston White stupid.
Put a hole in.
Now, let's move on to some entitled rude teenagers who were disrespecting people at a hotel until the hotel manager came outside and put the teens in their place.
You think you is? But don't push my dough, brother. I'm not the one you think I am, brother. I will take 20 years of the military and beat your. You understand me? Now, don't you ever disrespect nobody up in this hotel. You understand me? Because I'm not the you think I am. You understand me? Don't play with me, boy.
The hotel manager lets the disrespectful teenager know that it can get ugly since there aren't any cameras where they are. And that's when the other team let the manager know that she's recording. And he goes over and goes off on her too.
Ain't no cameras out just in the hotel no more.
I'm recording you right now.
Okay?
Don't get up
now
on
get out my hotel.
I am.
Get out.
I am. Walk away from me.
No, get out.
Then
Because you don't have no room here, and you in here
Don't.
disturbing my thing. You cussing at my receptionist.
I did not.
You threatening my receptionist. Get out of here. Get out.
And sometimes you have to pick carefully who you try to press, because the next dude thought he was better than everyone just because he's from Africa and ended up getting dropped. Because he gets all in the dude's face and lets him know that he's from Africa and even starts grabbing on the dude's clothes.
We from Africa, bro. Earlier today. You know, you probably don't see one shit. Africa don't act like that. Africa don't act like that.
The man told him to chill out since he has nothing against nobody. But the African dude was still trying to act hard. So the other dude put him in a move and threw him off him.
No. Why you come? Who did that? Who did that? Man, you did that to my sister.
Now, let's move on to the entitled Crip from LA, who was picking on street vendors and trying to take their money since he claims they were in his territory.
Banging on him. Banging on him. Banging on him. He was doing absolutely nothing. Literally just selling flowers.
And a week later, a dude from the same neighborhood caught up with the entitled Crip and pressed him for picking on the street vendor for no reason.
What? Yeah, don't come in my
Why
driveway.
you street vendors, homie?
Hey, homie, don't come in my driveway no more, bro. Don't come in my driveway. What? Hey, bro. Hey, don't come in my driveway no more. Don't come in my driveway no more, bro. Don't come in my driveway no more.
The Crip tried going back and forth with the dude, but knew he was messing with the wrong person. So he eventually hopped in the cop and drove away since he wasn't ready for the smoke.
Don't come here. Don't come here and I won't go to your driveway. All right? Don't come here and I won't go to your driveway. All right?
This next dude was trying to be entitled and told some people at a skate party that they had to leave and weren't allowed to skate. I don't know for what reason, but the skaters weren't harming anyone and let the man know they wanted to skate. So, seconds later, the entitled dude swings at one of the skaters since they weren't listening to his commands. And seconds later, all of the skaters came at the entitled dude and embarrassed him. But if you thought that was crazy, this next dude went on IG and shot at the police to get clout. And another person recorded a house getting firebombed on IG Live. So click this video to see the most disturbing moments on IG Live of all time.
Shit crazy. Rappers who did slide for
Every
dead
rapper has a
affiliates.
ride or die homie. And more often than not, that ride or die will also be a rapper.
Crazy story.
All right, yeah, see.
When we was at the airport, some tall ass, me like 7 feet. He see Durkee, yo. now that was crazy.
The rule of the streets dictate that in the event one of them dies, the other has to slide for their fallen homie, carry out revenge on whoever's taken out their brother. It's happened more times than anyone can count. I'm talking big names in the industry. And in this video, I'm going to show you 5 high-profile cases of rappers who did slide for their dead affiliates. Lil Loaded for his brother. This clip you're seeing right now.
Yo, it's good, bro. My bad. I was on a whole different platform. I'm good, though. How you doing, Rib T? Rib
But it
T.
gets tragic real quick. And when I say tragic,
How you doing
I'm
today,
not just
my
talking
boy?
about the op he took out his revenge on. Lil Loaded was born in San Bernardino, California.
I'm just
and was
now
raised in
seeing
Dallas.
your,
Lil Loaded had a rough start to life. Born to a single mom. and
message, bro.
jailbird
I
father.
was on a
And
whole
being the
different
middle child of
platform,
5
my
kids,
guy.
Lil Loaded's life was fated to get worse, and it did. When he was just 15, Lil Loaded would lose his older brother. Now, you gotta understand the sheer significance of who his older brother was to him. He wasn't just some older sibling that happened to be born some 6 years before him.
Me and my big brother, like, before he passed away, RIP my big brother, we had lots of talks, and he was just, you gotta go get your money, like, whatever you do, like, you gotta make sure you go get it. So shit, when he passed away, it was left to me, I feel like, so I was left to be the man, so shit, gotta go do what I gotta go do.
He was the co-breadwinner of the family, along with their mama, since their pops was locked up. He was also Lil Loaded's mentor. The rapper looked up to him, learned from him, and got into gang life on his behest. So when he died, Lil Loaded wept hard like a baby. But then he immediately realized that he had to be strong for his family. He was the man of the house now. It was now his job to be the responsible one, but something had broken inside of him.
And like after a while, like when my brother passed, it wasn't really doing it for me. When I was young, like I was like, you can ask, like I was happy, I was cool, like cool kid. But then when that happened, it was like they didn't care how we feel when they took my brother. So it's like that sympathizing part of me out of there.
He had become a villain from here on out, ruthless, the self-acclaimed Blue Demon. And it was during this period that Lil Loaded allegedly slid for his brother. Now, you gotta know, before you do your research, that it's a lot of that die in the hood that don't get on the news and stuff. Like Lil Loaded's older brother's death never made it to the news. So you should not be surprised that his killer also went unnoticed by mainstream media. So I won't blame you if you ask me how the I know Lil Loaded slid for his brother. Well, it has everything to do with this interview Lil Loaded had with DJ Vlad. I can't show you the clip for copyright reasons, but the conversation went like this. At some point while DJ Vlad was asking Lil Loaded about his life and the circumstances that led to the death of his brother, he threw this question at him. Did they ever find the guys that killed him? Lil Loaded wasn't going to give clues. His response was a simple, I don't know, but DJ Vlad did not relent. He probed further, asking him, okay, but nobody got arrested, no one got convicted. Nothing? But Lil Loaded didn't even respond with words, just basically saying no, and that's when he smiled. The kind of knowing smile where you know for a fact that he had his revenge. So DJ Vlad kept on with his line of questioning. Did that bother you? He said. Still with the smile on his face, Lil Loaded was very quick to respond. Nah, now I'd be damned if anyone tells me that this don't mean nothing. Because if you've been following everything I've been saying about Lil Loaded, then you know he ain't the type to forget that kind of thing or even forgive. Especially after he almost took a bullet to the face from his ops.
The one time that I would say I was most worried was when I got shot in my hand. It was a 380 bullet. I probably would have got hit in my face, but it was like this. It didn't go through, luckily, too. You see, right here. But I would have got hit in my face, but after that, get me wrong. Why he looking like that? I'm already clutching ready.
But there's no happy ending here for Lil Loaded. Because despite the fact he had an insanely successful start to his rap career, Lil Loaded encountered crazy tragedy, mistakenly shooting his best brody, Savage Boozy, during a music video shoot that led to the loss of his life. Lil Loaded was charged with manslaughter charges. While all of that was going on, there was word on the street that Lil Loaded's homegirl cheated on him with another dude, and her betrayal hit the rapper so hard that it got him talking about killing the dude responsible. On the 31st of May 2021, Deshaun Maurice Robertson, Lil Loaded's real name, posted a farewell message on his IG story saying, Dear Most High, please forgive me for my shortcomings and all of the times I fell short of making you proud. I ask for entrance into your kingdom through all of my mistakes. I know you love all your children, and I'm ready for my heart and soul to join you. Later that same day, Lil Loaded's auntie would find the rapper in a pool of his own blood. The rapper had put a bullet into his own skull. Some say the guilt of his friend's demise had gotten to him. Others say it had something to do with his cheating girlfriend. But the truth is, we will never know. King Von for J Money. On the 12th of January 2011, a 15-year-old gangster disciple named Tuka, real name, Shondell Gregory, was gunned down by unknown members of rival gang, black disciples in his hood. Now, the police might have not known who killed Tuka, but the streets knew. And one GD member in particular, a teenage female assassin, Gakira Barnes, nicknamed K.I., knew who killed her friend. And she made it her life's mission to slide for her homie. On the 11th of August, 2011, just 8 months after Tuka's grisly demise, a black disciple rapper named Odie Perry was gunned down by a lone member of the gangster disciple. Many years later, the police would reveal that Odie's killer was in fact K.I., our female assassin who reportedly had 17 bodies on her rap sheet. Of course, while it took the police years to find out who took out Odie Perry, the street immediately knew who it was because, you see, Odie was a legend to his faction of the Black Disciples. He had connections to Chief Keef and had even appeared in a couple of his music videos. He was such a legend that when all was said and done, everyone agreed to rename their set O-Block, the same O-Block that would produce superstar shooters like T. Roy, Lil Durk, and of course, King Von. Are you getting the picture I'm painting? Good. Because after Odie's passing, K.I. became O-Block's #1 priority. They had to take her out, and it seemed like that task fell to the self-acclaimed demon, King Von himself. K.I. might have been a lethal shooter, but Von was the one to fear. He became K.I.'s nemesis, toying with her on Twitter, exchanging threats and insults. But anyone who followed their banter during those early months of beef would tell you that it didn't feel like Vaughn really wanted to take K.I. out. In fact, it kind of looked like the O-Block demon was flirting with the enemy. I'll show you why with a series of tweets. The first recorded time Vaughn would cross paths with K.I. was on the 25th of September 2012, when the O-Block demon claimed that he beat up a female op on the train. If there was any doubt who he was talking about, K.I. would respond to Vaughn's tweet the following day. First, she accepted that she was beaten, but she claimed she shot back, claiming to have shot her attacker in the face. They was keeping their names vague, but peeps could tell that this was the beginning of a bloody end between the two, because next thing you know, Vaughn was tweeting her directly asking if she was really a gangster. When K.I. confirmed that she was a real gangbanger, Vaughn sent her a direct threat, warning her that she had better kill him before he gets to her because his aim was a whole lot better than hers. But was about to get a lot weirder, because while K.I. maintained the same energy, going out of her way to beat up a homie of Vaughn's, Vaughn on the other hand began acting sus, like he was asking if she had a boyfriend. He even went on to tell her straight up that he was catching feelings for her and began calling her wifey. Now, all of this could have been Vaughn's twisted mind games, but it was clear for anyone willing to see, Vaughn wasn't moving with urgency. He was lagging on purpose. And even worse, leaked DMs between the two would prove this theory true. When K.I. asked Vaughn if O-Block was plotting to kill her, he told her they were, but that he wouldn't be the one because he felt she was cool as hell. At this point, you gotta know that Vaughn was for real. He had no intentions to kill her here, and that's because Odie Perry's death was a gang incident. It wasn't personal enough to awaken the demon in him. K.I. had to attack one of Vaughn's homie before he would come for her, and sure enough, she didn't disappoint. In 2013, Vaughn was thrown in the pen. While he was behind bars, his homie, J Money, was shot dead. K.I. was allegedly involved in the hit, and immediately Vaughn got out, K.I. began trolling him, saying that she wished she could dig out J Money's grave so she could shoot him again. And this is when Vaughn's tone changed. No more wifey, no more flirts. Now he was calling K.I. an op hoe that he wanted to hunt down and kill. Turns out K.I. must have been feeling the heat, the pressure, because she would send out this ominous tweet. Then she would follow it up with a tweet of her precise physical location. On the 11th of April, 2014, K.I., her brother, and one other individual was walking to a friend's house to have lunch, when around 3:30 p.m., a shooter pulled up on her and shot at her repeatedly in the chest, jaw, leg, and neck. It was Vaughn. And many years later, papers would report just how gruesome the attack was. King Vaughn had chased her down and stood over body pumping shot after shot into her body. Swag De Niro for Lil Jojo.
Hey, wrong with you, boy? Hey, I am Brick Squad. It's Brick Squad, boy. Talk about, boy. We get on. We ain't for nothing. We ain't for nothing, man. Ain't no second. What is wrong with y'all, boy?
This clip was one moment out of many that led to the death of 2012 Chicago sensation, Lil Jojo. Swag De Niro, the homie who would eventually slide for him when he got killed, was his brother by blood. Same father, different mothers. And the story of how Lil Jojo met his demise and how his brother, Swag De Niro, slid for him is really a story of a battle between gang factions, extreme disrespect, and the consequences that followed. Like most battles in the Chi, this was a war between the Black Disciples and the Gangster Disciples. Lil Jojo and Swag De Niro were both Gangster Disciples, but before all that, both brothers were Inglewood natives in the south side of Chicago. Swag was older than Lil Jojo by just 3 months, but before both of them could walk, they pops was locked up for attempted murder, spending the next decade behind bars. Being fatherless during all that time, Lil Jojo and Swag De Niro grew to rely on each other, and with time, they found themselves joining the Gangster Disciples, the Brick Squad set. Now, I don't need to tell you this, but gangs like these always got some beef up their sleeves, and in most of these cases, it's territorial.
This is a big, heavy area right here of the BDs, Black Disciples. The Gangster Disciples start over here, and this is where the fight comes in.
In this scenario, their major beef was with the Lamron set of the BDs. But it gets a little complicated cause Brick Squad was allies with STL-EBT, and that meant, by extension, they was also beefing with O-Block and 600. Now, Lil Jojo might have looked like a cute, innocent kid, but the truth was, he was the farthest thing from sweet or innocent. He was a problem on the streets. And even though he'd grown up with O-Block members like Dirk and Lil Reese, even going to the same school with them, the very fact that they were in separate gangs prepped them for the smoke that was up ahead. So let's track this back. How did the beef really begin? I'm talking about the beef that led to Lil Jojo's death. Well, some say it all started on a basketball court. Dudes from Brick Squad got into it with homies from Lamron, and before you could say scram, they was taking shots at each other on the TL. Now, mind you, Beefing on Twitter or on Facebook ain't nothing new, and it ain't always the genesis of bloodshed. The problem really started with the Chicago drill genre that had just taken off. Chief Keef had just set the scene on fire with I Don't Like, and Lil Durk was also very hot. A little too hot if you ask me, because on the 28th of March, 2012, Durk would drop a diss track, L's Anthem, where the rapper went in on Brick Squad. He rapped, "You don't with me, then them / my own I don't trust them / Brick Squad. I say them / Wooga World with them, so them / I'm in these streets, no ducking." Mind you, these lyrics were in the very first verse of the track, so you had to know the disrespect was real. And unsurprisingly, the track blew up. Everyone who wasn't GD was with it. And by the time it was on the radio, and by the time Lil Jojo heard it, he was pissed beyond measure. Funny thing is, Lil Jojo wasn't even a rapper at this point in time. But the diss got to him so hard, he discovered almost immediately he had a talent for rap. And it wasn't even just regular rap. He was going to give a diss track on a level that would change the game forever. A diss track that eventually became the trigger for his early demise. On the 27th of April, 2012, the very next month after Durk's diss track, Lil Jojo dropped a remix of the Chief Keef song Everyday called BDK. Now, if you don't know, the 300 Gang is a bunch of BD sets that are cool with each other. I'm talking about Chief Keef, Lil Reese, Durk, and a whole lot of others. So it was crazy enough that JoJo was going after a number of BD sets with a diss track, but JoJo had mayhem on his mind, so he went further than that and named his song BDK, short for Black Disciple Killer. Remember, he was a gangster disciple. And this move meant that he was dissing the whole Black Disciple gang, not just one or some BD sets. The deed was done.
Speaking of his brother, man, you know, he made the whole BDK song. You know, what was your reaction when you first heard the song?
I was like, you're gonna have some problems coming his way.
Now that gangster disciples were claiming to be BDK, Shaytown went to war, and JoJo did what anyone in his situation would do. He capitalized on his success and fueled the brewing war with another diss track. He released another name, Tied Up. In the vid to track, Lil Jojo got a Chief Keef lookalike tied to a chair. However, it was with his song, I Got That Sack, that Lil Jojo really crossed the line for all BDs in the area. In the outro, Lil Jojo came for the founder of Black Disciple, King Dave, calling him Queen Dave. This was the last straw. On the 4th of September 2012, witnesses saw Lil Jojo riding his bike in his block when he got shot dead, moments after dropping this tweet of his exact location. Now his brother Swag Dinero calls cap on these claims. He says that his brother wasn't riding a bike, but does it matter now? Now, while it's difficult to set the exact circumstances Lil Jojo was in when he got mudded, we can tell you for free that Swag Dinero made sure to slide for him, because 2 months after his brother's demise, he dropped this tweet: "Even the ops know the MF who took my bro ain't walking this earth no more. F him too. Key Glock for Young Dolph."
Guess who's made it to the UK, yeah? It's Dolph.
You alive?
Yeah.
The death of the pre-boss, Young Dolph, shook Memphis to its core. The self-acclaimed king of Memphis was dead. Who had the guts? Who did it? Well, the answer to those questions proved to be hella difficult to answer for everyone, including the police, and especially the de facto heir to the PRE throne, Young Dolph's cousin by marriage, Keith.
I was at home. Laying down, actually. Yeah.
And did somebody call you, or?
Somebody called me in the house. Like, you know how you can hear when somebody call your name, like the tone of their voice, like you know something wrong, you just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
In the immediate aftermath of his cousin's death, Key Glock went AWOL. No one knew where he was, what he was doing, or how he was doing. But most could take a fair guess because they knew he was grieving heavy. And it's not surprising because if you aren't new to the Memphis scene, you know just how close both homies were. Young Dolph was like his older brother, practically his mentor. Young Dolph was crazy for independence. Key Glock stayed independent. Young Dolph made sure no one in his circle stayed hungry. Key Glock kept his crew busy and fed. But this turned out to be a problem. Why? Well, because one of the early suspects in the investigations that followed Dolph's demise picked Straight Drop, real name Justin Johnson, as a prime suspect. Now, this reveal was a bittersweet reveal for Key Glock, and the reason it was because Straight Drop was a homie of his. In fact, the brand new suspect had been in a couple of Key Glock's music videos. He's the one in the orange jacket holding a gun, and he's the one behind Young Dolph and YFN Lucci here. For Glock, it was one hell of a betrayal if it was true. And this is probably the reason why, when Key Glock would eventually break his silence, it was with a very angry post on his IG story where he said, "Stop asking me if I'm okay, knowing damn well I ain't." But it goes a lot deeper than what was showing. Because while on the surface, peeps were following the capture of Justin Johnson as justice for Young Dolph's death, everyone on the street knew that it was more than that. There were other players, and the plot that took out young Dolph was a major conspiracy between gangs that Dolph had with in the past. Back in February 2022, about 3 months after Dolph's demise, CEO Teezy, this guy Josh Taylor, was named as a person of interest in Dolph's murder case. And for the uninitiated, CEO Teezy was the head of the Trella Mafia gang, a gang that was supposedly allied to Dolph. So what the hell happened? Well, again, it goes deeper. And to get the answer, we gotta go back to the crime scene. Johnson wasn't a lone shooter. There was another shooter named Cornelius Smith and an alleged mastermind named Hernandez Govan.
It was the public's first look at 43-year-old Hernandez Govan since his indictment. The man prosecutors say recruited co-defendants 24-year-old Justin Johnson, 32-year-old Cornelius Smith to kill Adolph Thornton, a.k.a. Young Dolph.
But what you probably didn't know is that Justin Johnson was also a member of the Trella Mafia gang. The same gang that Josh Taylor, the CEO Teezy guy I showed you a minute ago, was a part of. But Justin Johnson, Smith, and Govan had already been arrested. And since they were under custody, there was no way anyone could touch them except the law. So what was left was for the other traitor on the outside to be taken out. And sure as hell he was.
Started that breaking news tonight. We've been told by Memphis police that a high-profile gang member was killed in a shooting in Orange Mound this afternoon. This is according to family members who tell us Joshua Taylor was named a person of interest in the Young Dolph murder case back in February of 2022.
Now, don't quote me anywhere because there's no proof to show that CEO Teezy was taken out by Key Glock. But best believe that the streets believe he did. And the reason they feel he did, because he's never been the type to talk about his personal business to the public or in interviews. And he'd never been the type to show off or snitch on himself in his lyrics, like, say, King Von did all his career before his own demise. Key Glock's always kept his movement under lock and key. He knows who his homies are and who his ops are.
You're either with us or against us, and no monkey in the middle.
So did Key Glock slide Young Dolph? Well, I'm inclined to believe he did. The death of someone like CEO Teezy, a gang leader responsible for the death of King Dolph, cannot be an error. Suge Knight for Tupac.
As we were driving, in my car, I heard shots ring out. And at first, I just thought it was somebody shooting in the air. And this human reaction, I immediately ducked down. Everybody in my car ducked down. And then I heard somebody yell, they shot at Biggie's car.
90s hip-hop saw a bitter rivalry between two factions in the U.S. On the West Coast, we had L.A.-based Death Row Records boss Suge Knight. And on the East Coast, there was the New York-based Bad Boy Records chief, Sean Puffy Combs. These were the heavyweights. But the rappers on the battlefront were really between the artistes. Tupac Shakur versus Biggie. Eventually, the war turned bloody. And eventually all of that blood splattered on Suge and Diddy's doorsteps when both their artists got killed in quick succession. Tupac was the first to go.
Sitting on the bed, you're gonna be in a camera, period.
Oh yeah, they come all the way to the door and everything.
Yeah.
Suge was in the car at the time, and he also got hit. Now, if you know anything about the Sugar Bear, you know that he's almost always the one to use extreme violence first. So it must have really hurt him to be on the receiving end. And even worse, they had taken out his golden goose, Tupac. 6 months later, Biggie was shot to death as he sat in a vehicle at a red light after leaving the Soul Train Music Awards in Los Angeles. Suge's very own.
It's been 25 years since the murder of Notorious B.I.G. and a drive-by shooting on an L.A. street rocked the music industry to its core. A quarter of a century later, the slaying
This video is gonna be over.
Conspiracy theories
No, it's
and
not.
alleged cover-up.
To this day, we still don't know who pulled off the hit. But dude, truth is, if you've been paying attention over the years, then you probably guessed it is Suge Knight. But hey, you ask, where's the proof? Where are the receipts? Well, you can find them with this man, Phil Carson, the former federal investigator that was on Biggie's case. Phil Carson says Suge Knight hired a hitman named Amir Muhammad to carry out the killings, and that he got help from the dirty cops in the LAPD to cover up the murder. Before Phil Carson retired from the FBI, he worked the Biggie Smalls case for 2 years, and these were his exact words when he was interviewed by the New York Post. All the evidence points to Amir Muhammad. He's the one who pulled the trigger. There were plenty of others who helped orchestrate it and allowed him to pull the trigger. The FBI agent says he has eyewitness testimony and some circumstantial evidence that link Amir to the hit. One of the biggest red flags being the fact that Amir was close friends with David Mack. And who is David Mack, you ask? Well, he just happens to be one of the most corrupt police officers in the history of the LAPD.
I can't see you.
While he was still an officer, he was on Suge Knight's payroll and served time in prison for a robbery at a Bank of America branch in Los Angeles in August 1997, 5 months after Biggie's murder. That robbery, according to the FBI agent, was the amount that served as the blood money for the hit on Biggie. Why? Well, because the sum was never recovered. Wait, how much are we talking about? Just $722,000 is the answer you're looking for. If you still don't see how this makes sense or how the threads connect, then you probably haven't heard of the Rampart scandal, the biggest police corruption case in U.S. history.
In one court hearing after another, prosecutors have made a series of stunning admissions about corruption in the Los Angeles Police Department.
We have reason to believe that Officer Nino Durden testified falsely about the alleged narcotics transactions and that he witnessed and may have planted rock cocaine on this defendant.
Amir's friend David Mack and another officer named Rafael Perez were at the center of widespread corruption found among LAPD officers, where some of them had been serving as security guards for Suge Knight and his death row records. And you wonder why Suge was untouchable in the 90s. Today, both David Mack and his friend Amir Muhammad are free men. Until today, both men deny being a part of the killing. But who's gonna believe them? Do you believe them? Now let's circle back to the death row boss, because he's kept his lips sealed ever since the demise of Biggie. And the retired FBI agent hasn't stopped pointing fingers at him. He told the New York Post that Suge Knight financed the murder. Suge was ticked off that his cash cow, Tupac, was murdered. Suge had an accountant that was part of Death Row Records who helped do the financial side of things to pay for the murders. It's crazy, especially when you consider that Notorious Big had nothing to do with Tupac's slaying. And if you're trying to stick it on Diddy, well, all I can say to you is good luck, because you're going to need it. But if you're asking me, I would say I wouldn't be surprised if we eventually find out for certain that Suge did slide for Tupac by financing Biggie's demise. Death and bloodshed has never been out of bounds for the Death Row boss. It's in the name. And if you still need more convincing, then I'll leave you with this sinister Suge clip from an interview with Jimmy Kimmel in the 90s.
So if you shoot somebody, you go to jail forever. Kids, you don't want to go to jail forever, right? So they got this new thing out there. People sell them all the time. They got this stuff they call, they get blood from somebody with AIDS, and then they shoot you.
Oh,
so
well, that seems bad.
That's a slow death.
Yeah.
An easy thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, no.
If you enjoyed this expose, click on a video on your screen to watch even more interesting mini documentaries like this one.
That nigga talking about a little easy thing.
What?
That's crazy. Dooley. That nigga sleep on the mic. Nah, though, that's all I have for today, though. On a reaction side. We got a scary game for y'all tomorrow to play.
They all just left me.
Stay tuned.